Good morning, good afternoon, WMBM listeners. I am Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed real estate broker with K1 Realty Group. Thank you for listening to the Real on Real Estate Radio today. My contact information is 305-323-1556. And all my social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram is K1 Realty Group, K1 Realty Group. Numbers to call in while we're on the air is Dade County 305-953-9626, Broward County 954-525-1490. We even have a toll-free number for you, 888-599-WMBM.
Hi listeners, my name is Kay, K1 Realty Group Realtor. I am here with Dr. Karen Lewis, and of course, as we start today, just wanted to say my contact information is 954-552-5919. You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Realtor K Brunson, as well. Of course, I need my coffee, guys, but of course, we're just going to jump straight on into it now. Of course, we have our big event that we've been talking to you guys about, the Aim to Achieve. It's with our nonprofit organization. We're painting with a twist today. Come out and join us. Bring your family, your friends. It's in Miramar. Of course, the address is 11382 Miramar Parkway. Trying to get together, guys. It's going to be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Come out and join us, and we're doing a back-to-school drive for the children. You know, K1 loves children.
Yes, we do. Yay! Don't forget to join us if you can, and if you can't join us, you're more than welcome to give us school supplies. And if you're interested, you can give me a call at 305-323-1556. I think Kay really need her coffee, but yes, it's all good. It's the mic. All right. Yeah. So anyway. So Kay, do we have anything else going on? We got anything else going on? Okay.
Of course, we always have things going on.
So let's talk about the real deal in the market trends. And I like to do research, and one of the things that I was looking up the millennium, and I see that they are the largest generations compared to Gen Xers or baby boomers. And they make up they make up the small percentage when it comes to homeowners.
Correct.
And two of the reasons that they make up that small percentage is because when they get out of college, they have those tons and tons of school debt, that financial aid, that money that they borrow, and they are struggling to save for a down payment. And so here are 3 tips that I am going to give millennials when it comes to becoming a homeowner, and some ways to start investing in real estate. Again, 3 ways. Number 1, you can buy a property for a lower price and then sell it at a higher price. That's what I'm telling my millennials anyway, and they're actually doing that. Number 2, purchase a duplex. You can live on one side and you can rent the other one out to earn income. Or you can do what we call short-term rentals. You can rent out your place weekly or monthly, and Airbnb does that a lot. So those are 3 ways that if you're looking to find money so that you can purchase properties and invest in real estate, those are some great ideas for you.
It is.
If you're interested in becoming a real estate investor at a young age or even at an older age, I was just talking about the millenniums, give me a call, 305-323-1556. or email us at info@k1realtygroup.com.
Correct. And you know the millennials, they're the key drivers in thinking outside the box. So they always come up with innovative ideas. So those were some good ideas, Dr. Karen.
I love to be around them. I mean, Kay, they do have such awesome ideas.
Correct.
And they're not afraid to go out of the box. We're kind of afraid, you know, we're from the old school. And so we kind of scared to make a move. But they will jump out in 30 feet and say, catch me, I'm going.
I mean, who else will come up with an idea, like you said, to actually get a duplex and rent one side and live on the other one? Definitely the millennium.
Right, exactly.
Okay, and of course, just want to give you guys some information on what's going on in the community. Of course, in the city of Hollandale, guys, there are some big things that are going on in the city of Hollandale, especially when it comes to home buyers and first-time home buyers. Grant programs are available, guys, where you can actually get up to $40,000 in down payment assistance, and this is actually offered through the Housing Foundation of America. There are classes that you can actually go through that guide you through the process of home buying, home buying process, sorry. And of course, what happens is that it gives you information from the beginning all the way up until the closing of the transaction. The down payment assistance, as I indicated, there are certain criteria, but of course you can get up to $40K. When you go to the workshop now, Dr. Karen, when you go to the workshop, it's an 8-hour workshop, but they're able to walk out of that workshop with a certificate of giving them the ability to be able to go into home buyership right out of the process of actually going through the workshop. It's a one-on-one counseling review with the budget and credit. And of course, if you guys want to get information about it, you can contact us at 305-323-1556. And of course, you can contact me at 954-552-5919. Again, if you do live in the city of Hollandale or you're a resident there, let us know that you heard this message on our radio show. Again, my number is 954-552-5919. And of course, the name of our radio show is The Real on Real Estate.
Okay, so again, that's City of Hallandale residents. So even if you don't live in the City of Hallandale, spread the word, because we're trying to increase home ownership. City of Hallandale residents. So if you know someone, have them give us a call so that we can help increase home ownership in our community, in our neighborhood.
It's important. We definitely want some homeowners, especially in the City of Hollandale.
Okay. That's new in the community.
Okay, and of course now we always want to tell you what's going on in Miami. Now there's a big apartment site that is going on in Miami near the Jackson Memorial Hospital. They're actually planning 150 residential apartment units. It's going to be near Northwest Miami on 20th Street. Now the company actually purchased this particular land for $3.2 million. Now, you know that's a lot of land that you have to pay over $3 million for it.
Wow.
And of course, now this company is like the Lennar in the apartment community. If you know anything about Lennar is a big developer here in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And of course, with this particular company, what they're doing is the same thing with apartments. And they also purchased an apartment complex here in Brickell for $12.8 million. And then, of course, also in Hialeah in March, they just completed some new construction apartments, 226 apartment units for over $30 million. So look for those new apartments. Of course, that's going to be a big thing, especially near Jackson Memorial Hospital. You have your doctors and your nurses and, residents and everything in that area. So those will be definitely affordable and a good look for the city of Miami.
All right. I used to work at Jackson Memorial Hospital. And if I had been there right now today, I would have had 38 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
people ask me, do I regret it? No, no, absolutely not. I did my time and my season was up. But that's a great opportunity to have those apartments near Jackson Memorial Hospital. So now it's time for our giveaway. We're only going to give away one gift, but guess what? We have $100. We've stepped our game up, and our guest is giving this. We're sponsoring it. Let's see who is the sponsor. He's going to come on in a minute, but it's Kevin Cooper and Associates. We have $100 gift card from Publix, and we appreciate him, and we appreciate you all for listening. Kay and I talked about it before the show. We want to make this question real hard for you, especially with $100.
Guys, you got to come with your A game.
But because I'm such a wimp and I'm always loving to give people, we're going to try to keep it simple, but you have to have the exact name of the question that Kay is getting ready to ask you. Kay, we're going to go with the same question that we initially had.
Okay, and guys, even though I may have stumbled through it, my coffee has to kick in, but we want you guys to call in and tell us, what is the name of our show? We know you listen to us. I know you hear us quite often say the name of our show. Call in, give us the name of our show. And when you call in, put a little emphasis on it. We want to know that you're actually listening and you love our show.
Put some spunk in it when you say it. All right, okay. So we're going to wait for you to call in, but let me give out the numbers again. Miami-Dade County, 305-953-9626. Broward County, 954-525-1490. Toll free, 888-599-WMBM. Give us a call and let us know the name of our radio show. We're waiting for your call. And while we're waiting for your call, we're going to jump right into our show. We have a special guest, and he's got awesome tons of information for us. I'm going to let him introduce himself. You ready? Ready? Guess, go. It's on you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin Cooper. My company is Kevin Cooper and Associates. I'm a licensed public adjuster. And what a public adjuster does is I help property owners recover money from insurance companies. Fires, floods, hurricanes, whenever you need to contact your homeowner's insurance company, you're probably better off contacting a public adjuster first. But that's what I do. I'm licensed by the state of Florida, and I help property owners recover money from insurance companies, residential and commercial.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you got to back up. That was actually one of my questions. What does a public adjuster do? Because a lot of people, Kevin, they don't know about a public adjuster. Some people have never even heard of a public adjuster. So just break that down again on what you do.
As a public adjuster, I work for the insured. I work for the homeowner.
Okay.
Now, every homeowner's insurance company has an adjuster that works for the insurance company. So the insurance company has an adjuster which works for the insurance company, or they hire an independent adjuster that the insurance company hires to work on their behalf.
Gotcha.
So the insurance company, when you file a claim, they'll send someone out to assess the damages, they'll quantify the damages, to see if the claim is covered, how much damages there are.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 major parts of your policy. 1 is dwelling, which is A, personal property, which is 2. 3 is other structure, which would be fencing, shed, patio equipment. And the other one is loss of use. So those 4 things that the homeowners are entitled, sometimes they're not aware of that. But if your house is broken and you can't live in it anymore, then the insurance company will pay you to go live somewhere else, in a condo or an apartment, or they should pay your rent while your home is being repaired. And you should get paid for the dwelling, which is the building, the structure, the roof, the walls, windows, floors, and the personal property or the contents if they're damaged in your house. So sometimes that adjuster from the insurance company, they come out and they don't always pay what you're entitled because they're employed by the insurance company. They may want to minimize your claim. But as a public adjuster, I want to maximize your claim. I want to make sure you get every penny you're entitled. So as a public adjuster, that's my job, to get the homeowner every penny that they're entitled. In a nutshell, this is how I break it down. Sometimes insurance companies want to pay for a Band-Aid when they should be paying for surgery. And that's my job, to make them pay what they're entitled.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We do have a caller on the line. Caller, your name. No, ma'am.
But thank you for knowing that the name of our realty group.
Wait, say it again.
What's your name? Stella?
Stella? Stella? No, that's not the name. Now, the name of the real estate company is K1 Realty Group, but that's not the name of the radio show. Yes. What's the name of the radio show? I got $100 for you. You got 5 seconds. Or you have to start listening to us more often.
Well, listen to us. We're going to say it a little later. Go ahead and go to our Facebook page and like our page if you would. We definitely appreciate you for calling in. And what city are you calling from? Okay, Miami-Dade. Thank you, Stella, for calling in and listening. We appreciate you.
All right.
Have a good day.
See, we're going to have people listening to us. We're going to have thousands. All right. All right. So that's some excellent information. Kay, did you have a question for Kevin before I start talking again?
And it's so interesting that he said, and I'm glad he said it, that the public adjuster is definitely for the home buyer. Now with the home buyers, I know that sometimes you have renters that are in the properties. Is there anything that you actually do for the renters?
For renters of property, they need what they call renter's insurance. So the people that own, just say if you rent a house or you rent a condo or you rent an apartment, that building has coverage for the dwelling, which is the structure, the roof, the windows, the walls, the floors. But the people that rent that property, they need to get what they call renter's insurance to protect their personal property, their contents, their clothing, their jewelry, their furniture, maybe it's their appliances. So if they don't have renter's insurance and that building or apartment or home floods or burns, if you don't have renter's insurance, then you just lose all your personal property and your stuff. And you don't want that to happen. So you want to get renter's insurance, which is really affordable, from anywhere to $20 to $30 a month. And typically, whoever you get auto insurance with, they also sell renter's insurance.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
What happens, I'm an adjuster too, I don't practice it, but I've done it before. I've done it on the other end with the insurance company. So the public adjuster and the independent adjusters, we kind of have a different perspective, but supposedly we still aim to get the client to maximize their funds, but public adjusters may have a little different thought on that. But anyway, all right. Look at Kevin
He
looking
said
at
the
me.
public. That's why it's called public, huh?
Kevin, here's something. This was an issue that I hear consumers having. What happens if a property owner does not have flood insurance? Who can they go after to get those damages taken care of?
In the homeowner's policy, there's two types of floods that a homeowner could have. In your homeowner's insurance policy, which is usually an HO3, that policy covers a flood, but that flood comes from within the home. Like if the toilet overflows, or the flood comes from the roof, or the dishwasher overflows, or something inside the structure of that floods, that's covered by the homeowner's insurance policy. But if the flood comes from outside, like if it rains for 4 days, or it comes up, the canals come up, the water comes up the street, up the sidewalk, that's a different flood policy. You have to buy that separately from your homeowner's insurance. Typically it's between $400, $500, $600 a year. But if you don't live in a in a flood zone, it's not mandatory that you have it. But I recommend all homeowners have flood insurance with all the global warming and it's starting to flood places it never flooded before. But if you don't have flood insurance and the water comes from outside of the home, then you're stuck again on your own to take care of that. That's something you'll have to just eat if you don't have flood insurance.
Right. And so they're stuck, there's not a program or anything, what you're saying they can go. Let me back up a minute. You did say that you do recommend that even if you're not in a flood area, that you recommend that people get flood insurance as well. Now, if they just say they can't afford it for whatever reason it is there any organization that will help them with that?
Yes, they could call FEMA.
Okay,
and sometimes when homeowners don't have insurance, FEMA will come in, and sometimes FEMA will give a loan or a grant. Sometimes you have to pay them back. But they help homeowners to get kind of on their feet.
Right.
Or the Red Cross. When you see people that have a fire and they don't have insurance, then the Red Cross comes out and they may put them in a hotel for 3 or 4 days. But that's government funding. It's not the policy. But it's best if the homeowner invests in their own insurance. And insurance is an investment. It's just like people that play the lottery. They don't think they're going to win it, but they play it just in case. And that's what I think is homeowners insurance and flood insurance is something that we need to just invest in just in case something happens.
Correct. And that's so interesting that you say that, because I know that you were talking about not having flood insurance and things of that nature, but if they do not have flood insurance and the claim is denied, now is there any process that the person can take to dispute the denial or the coverage?
Every homeowner should, when they do purchase homeowners insurance or flood insurance, they should take a look at their policy, number one. Or if they don't understand it, have someone who's knowledgeable about it, look at the policy to see what endorsements you have, see if you got code upgrades or what's the limits, all of those things, because it doesn't happen all the time, but insurance is a business. And if they could get by with minimizing your claim, or sometimes the adjuster may be a catastrophe adjuster, he may not even be from Florida, he may be from a different state, and they may not know all the things in your policy. So you want to get a second opinion, even if the insurance company says this is not covered, or your claim denied, or the damages don't exceed the deductible. No matter what they tell you, you still want to get a second opinion.
Right. That is excellent. And let me tell you, one of the things that happened is that when Hurricane Irma came, there was already a hurricane prior to that, and they had a lot of adjusters going into the Texas area, into other states. And so when Hurricane Irma came into Florida or wherever else it came, they needed more adjusters. And now what they had to do, they had to go get inexperienced adjusters, and they did not know everything. They were just doing things there the best that they could. So you're not even sure that you had an inexperienced adjuster in your home when they were doing the adjustment. So it is best to go get that second opinion, or like Kevin said, go and talk to a public adjuster, because at the end of the day, the public adjuster, I do know that they have your best interest at heart. You all don't get paid if the insured does not get paid. So they have your best interest at heart.
So that's that. I'm sorry, Dr. Karen, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's interesting that you said that, but what if the person don't know exactly what's in their policy, they haven't checked it beforehand? Are they able to talk to you when you come there and show you the policy, or is there any details that you can point out to them?
Yes, they could call a public adjuster anytime, and they'll review the policy. That's not a charge for that. Or you could just email them the policy, or they'll come by and take a look at it and just assess it to see what kind of coverages you have, to make sure you have enough coverage, enough dwelling, enough personal property. There's just some things in your policy that the homeowner doesn't always understand. Hypothetically, if someone has a art collection or a jewelry collection, that's going to be more than your typical personal property. So you would have to up that policy to make sure you cover that in case someone breaks in your home or something's stolen. And that's just little intricate things in your policy that homeowners need to know. Like, you may not have coverage for vandalism, but you may have coverage for theft. So you want to make sure you got the right coverages, and you just want someone to look at the policy before you file a claim. Or even if you file a claim and the insurance company tells you whatever they tell you, you still could come back and get a public adjuster to assess it.
Right.
Nice.
And most people, they don't know what's on their
Exactly. They
insurance
do not.
policy. We get so caught up in the rat race that we just go and get a policy. We don't understand the HO1, HO2, HO3, and we get that policy. We sign our name and we let them take it out of our check, and we have no clue. And then what happens? There's a hurricane or there's a catastrophe or something. And now, all of a sudden, now we pull out the policy. But one thing I recommend now, since we're in hurricane season and you all are listening to this, pull your policy out, have a conversation with your insurance agent, or call a public adjuster and know what they do and what they don't do. So when it does happen, you are ready, you're prepared, and you'll know what to do in advance.
Good points, yes. Always keep it up and up on your insurance policy. It makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it does. How long can someone dispute a claim if the insurance company deny the claim? Can they dispute it?
Yes, you have 2 years to reopen a claim. There's 3 types of claims that homeowners have. They have an emergency claim. That means your house or your property is broken and you can't live in it. You have just a regular claim, which your house is broken, but you can live in the house. And then you have what they call a supplemental claim. That's when the insurance company has paid you some money or denied your claim, and you want to go back and reopen it to get it reassessed to make sure that you're getting what you're entitled, or get a different or second opinion on that. But homeowners have 2 years to do that. You got 2 years to reopen it, or it's not dead for 2 years. So even though if you filed a claim for Hurricane Matthew in 2016,
Right.
you got to 2019 September to reopen that claim. You filed an Irma claim last year in September, you got 2 years to reopen that claim.
Gotcha. Here's a quick question too, to let our listeners know. The deductible, tell them, is there a difference between the hurricane deductible and your regular deductible?
Yes, the hurricane deductible is typically 2% of the dwelling, 2% of the policy. So sometimes the hurricane deductible is 2, 3, 4 times more than what they call all other perils. All other perils is a standard deductible for every claim except the hurricane. So other perils would be a fire, vandalism, theft, a vehicle hit your house, or just the toilet overflowed, any other claim besides the hurricane, that deductible is typically either $500 or $1,000 or $2,500. It depends on who the carrier is. And as one of the third deductible, if you have it, you may have a sinkhole deductible, which is also a really high, maybe
wow,
20
we're
or
seeing a lot of
30,000. Or you may not have sinkhole coverage. Some policies, that's just not coverage for sinkholes. So that's something else you want to take a look at to see what the deductible is.
Okay, awesome.
So what, I mean, this is a question that I have, because I've been seeing a lot of things in reference to the sinkhole, especially further up north in Florida. What is it that, as far as is there like certain areas that require you to have flood insurance? Are there certain areas that may require you to have a sinkhole insurance?
Certain areas, typically they're in Central Florida or North Florida,
Okay.
they're a lot more prevalent. There aren't many sinkholes in South Florida, but there are some.
Okay.
So, but some of the carriers, they write that, and some of them exclude it. But it's up to the homeowners to look at the policy to see if it's covered or not, or get someone else to look at it to let them know exactly what the coverage is. It's tough when people don't read the policy until something happens. That's
Right.
typically what we do.
Right.
If it's not broken, we don't fix it.
Right.
But it's best to take a look at it before it happens, so you don't get the cart before the horse.
Right, that's awesome. Well, it's about that time, and what I want you to do, Kevin, is give out your name and your phone number so that the listeners, if they have any questions, they'll give you a call.
Thank you. Again, my name is Kevin Cooper. The company is Kevin Cooper and Associates. The phone number is 754-581-3341. The email is kcooperpa@gmail.com.
Great.
Your name and number is that time.
Okay, hey, hi, again, my name is Kay Brunson with K1 Realty. My phone number is 954-552-5919.
Dr. Karen Lewis, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next go round.